There's no vocal front-facing CEO. It's in Maryland, very close to D.C. The CIA, dog. No, fucking lie, bro. It's the fucking CIA destroying our community, dog.
I want to f you balls deep.
Yeah, I said all that. I said all that. Everything that you said.
It ain't no vulnerable moment.
You know what I'm saying?
He said it ain't no vulnerable
This ain't
moment.
no vulnerable moment, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Baddies, but all the ladies are in wheelchairs.
And I know who you're thinking to blame. It's not them. Okay, this isn't Zeus TV.
We can still blame them though.
You can because
Indirectly?
they started the market.
Indirectly, they're still directly to blame.
Once you turn your back around, you basically trying to be an escort to me. Once I can see your back and your butt, you escorting it up, and that's what she did.
Yeah,
Her and Mike Tyson both showed their ass.
Kendrick is a better man, a better black, a better father,
A better black is sick.
a better rapper, a better writer.
Being a better black is sick. as
Yes.
fuck.
People's lives.
What the fuck do you think your ass is doing on that podcast now?
This podcast is sponsored by Graffiti Tax Services. For all your tax preparation needs, you can go to graffititax.com. We're going to put the link right here. It should be somewhere. And yeah, you can head to them during tax season. And if you have any financial or tax preparation questions, head to Graffiti Tax Services. They're our new sponsor. Thank you to Graffiti Tax Preparation Services. That's it.
So we back here. This might be a quick show for us
It's
because
definitely gonna be a quick show.
Shawty got a hard out on us.
Outside. I'm outside this weekend. I'm out of town.
Yeah, so
Thugging with my rounds.
see, so as y'all can tell, that's why she look all, glammed up, ready to go, hit the city.
Ready to take a flight.
All right. But we did need to talk about, at least to start off, one of the biggest sporting events that's probably happened in probably 5 years.
Yeah,
maybe.
I was gonna say the past decade.
Probably decade even then, and we both fell asleep on it.
We did. You fell asleep first though.
Oh, I was out. Once I saw they had a 12-round fight, I said, oh, nah, nigga, I'm gone.
That's what I wanted to. Okay, so the first round went by
It was quick.
fairly quickly.
Yeah, it was some clowns.
The second round was two Mexican men. I fell asleep, woke up. They was still fighting.
Going crazy. And so
It was a draw.
I knew-
Nobody won, nobody lost.
Yeah, and that was the real fight of the night too. That was the one that was actually supposed to be the real fighters fighting.
Yeah, no, those were obviously the real fighters.
So they go 12 rounds. Then they had the girl fight. Everybody
Didn't even know about that.
Everybody was upset about the girl fight.
Because the numbers and who the winner was didn't make sense.
Yeah, Shawty punched her 80 more times. She landed 80 more punches.
Everyone knows who the actual winner of that fight was. I don't know either of their names, but
And then the big one came, pause, with Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. And it was rigged. It was clearly rigged.
yeah, 100%.
We didn't watch it the night before, but I don't know if you went and watched clips of it. I know
I
watched.
I watched one or two.
I skimmed through some of the highlights of the weaker fights, and then I watched most of the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight. Horrible. Nigga was just out of it. Both of them really was. It looked like there was some constraints on them, and that's why I said if the fight wasn't rigged, I think Mike could have beat him because this is how I envisioned it. Okay, Mike has that situation with him before because this is how I got drawn in. I thought this was so phony up until I even think the part about him losing, potentially dying, is kind of fake too. But I think everything up until when he slapped him, that's what got me engaged because I thought there was something bigger going on. Because if you notice, he crawled up to the stage like a monkey. So I thought that had clicked something in Mike's head.
Yeah, he was no.
And now he was just
Slapping this white boy.
Screw the money, screw everybody, expectations that we all done talked about. I'm beating this little white boy ass. That's why I thought, okay, if Mike go off script, he can win this. Because if he can give him 2 rounds of ferocious, what I was seeing in them training videos, oh, for sure. He was going to win that. But it was very clear that once he had to go the distance, even though it was only 6, calling 6 rounds, the distance is sick. But even though he had to go the distance. How long
is each round?
Probably 3 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. But that's a long time to fight.
It is.
That's a long time to, no matter who you are, that's still a long time to fight somebody.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I was just trying to see that when I was looking at it, I could just tell okay, if he would have gave him them 2 early rounds, he probably could have knocked him out. But if you put the constraints on him, can't throw certain kind of punches, they both were like advised not to knock each other out. Like once you do that, then you're like, okay, it's a phony.
Yeah, like if we're advising the fighters not to fight, then don't do it.
But them
don't put on the fight.
Those celebrity fights have to be done a little differently because of like insurance and things like that. And then when there's so much money on the line with them, especially with Jake, like this is literally how he's built his empire off of. So I can understand why you do it. It's just like a movie. It's like when The Rock and Vin Diesel are in a movie together, like, oh, I'm only going to fall so many times and you're only going to punch me so many times. Like, so it's, I understand that.
And stuff like that.
You want your image to be, intact. And even though Mike went on that legacy rant about me not giving a fuck about it with that little girl, which I thought was hilarious.
The most hilarious thing to come out of this fight was that clip of Mike kissing his son and then turning around and having like,
he had them Hank heels.
I did not expect to see Mike's full butt cheeks.
Mike got the Hank heel.
Ever in my life.
And niggas know if you watch King of the Hill, you know what I mean by he got the Hank heel. He got the flat guy.
Mike definitely rehabilitated his image a lot because a lot of people didn't know that he went to jail and was charged with rape, and then he also beat the hell out of Robin Givens. Like he did both those things. That's still that man.
Yeah.
He probably.
That's a caveat of our show right there. Like we're gonna bring up a nigga high moments and then bring up his lows.
Because he still.
I love that about us. I love that I didn't have to tell you that.
Especially if it's violence against women. I'm gonna bring it up. We can't just talk about how good of a fighter this nigga is without bringing up that he was also beating women.
Well, just to be fair, I don't have anything I can think of for Jake, but Logan was out there stealing niggas' money, so I can definitely say
Jake fucking recorded a dead body in the Japanese. That was Logan.
Yeah,
okay,
that was Logan. Logan is the shit one.
Logan is a terrible kid.
Yeah, both of them are pretty shit dudes, but Logan is the worst one. Logan has the most.
His mom was like, "Kill that fucking little bitch."
Oh yeah, I saw that too.
That was racially charged. And that didn't sit right with me. I didn't like that.
Yeah. She felt like Elon Musk's mom when she'd just be like, why are you talking about a disabled man? Talking about Elon.
Did you see that picture of Elon's like chest and stomach?
Yeah, he's built like a
Cybertruck.
Yeah, he's built like his truck. But we'll get into Elon later. Elon, we kicking your back. Hey,
we have some music to get into, honey bun.
The hard out for her will at least give us enough time to get on Elon ass, so don't worry about that.
We getting on a lot of people's asses today.
Are you tired of paying a lot of money for your vacation? My name is Shirley Proctor, and I am a partner with Tavodian, a traveling membership group. I can help you save time, money, help you and your loved ones see the world.
All right, you are now listening to Talk FNF TV. I'm your host, Absurd Rhetoric, and I'm with my lovely and amazing and gorgeous co-host, badder than all you bitches, Miss Reality.
Hi, guys.
All right, so we got a lot to get into. Again, we got a hard out going on for this show.
Yep.
I don't like working creatively in these constraints, but so
we
be
construct. We constructed it.
I don't think that's how that works.
We
I don't think how that word works that way.
We are constructed.
We got to get into some interesting conversation here. Something about your boy K-Dot. So Akademiks has been doing the Lord's work. He's been doing the six gods' work. So Vitaly, who we've talked about on this show, actually our video did pretty good about him. Vitaly had a stream that he, normally he does a little pedo stings or whatever, which we've been critical of, but he found an interesting culprit this time. Somebody who was associated to someone who was against this kind of lifestyle. Someone who has took a stand against these things. Kendrick fucking Lamar. After the Harper Bazaar interview and all the grandstanding, Kendrick, you have a weird friend, and why is he around?
Your friend has a weird case. Why is he around?
Well, I just said how I said it. I like the way I said it. So I want to bring up, because he went on like a little like monologue about like what was going on in his life. And so again, apparently DJ Akademiks has posted like multiple pictures of this guy and videos with Kendrick Lamar. Next to Kendrick Lamar, he had dreads during this time too. So
We're cleaning up the streets.
Bro, I'm not playing no fucking games, nigga. I have a life to attend to, bro. You feel me? I got responsibilities to take care of, bro. You feel me? And I'm not finna be played for no fucking fool when motherfuckers just want to take advantage and do some weird shit.
But why didn't you block her when she said she's 15?
I don't fucking know, nigga.
You're a good-looking guy, bro.
I don't fucking know. You feel me? Times is hard right now. You feel me?
Never been that hard for me, dog.
I don't fucking know. That's where I fucked up at, and I can own up to that. But what a nigga not gonna do is play me for a fucking fool and embarrass me all over fucking social media and all over the fucking world, bro. You feel me? That's what a nigga not gonna fucking do.
I want to fuck you balls deep.
Yeah, I said all that, nigga. I said all that. Everything that you said.
It ain't no vulnerable moment.
You know what I'm saying?
It ain't no vulnerable
This ain't no
I
vulnerable
said all
moment,
that.
bro.
You know what I'm saying? I'm owning up to that. But y'all niggas on some straight bullshit. Though.
You can't say like we played you up.
Nigga with that fucking hickey on your fucking.
So
he knew that this girl was underage?
yeah, so this is what
Get rid of him.
This is what Akademiks TV said. Kendrick Lamar, 38-year-old homie from Compton, who was caught trying to meet a 15-year-old, started to freak out after Vitaly started to read the disgusting and vile things he said that he was going to do to the minor. This is crazy.
Yeah, get rid of him immediately. Get him the fuck out of here. Immediately.
Shit like that don't start at 38, though. Behaviors like that don't start at 38.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes you got to come. If Drake got to come into question, his associates, then Kendrick has to come into question with a lot of his associates, because it's not like the first time that someone has at least made these kind of allegations about somebody.
No, there's always going to be like at least one or two creepy niggas in each like friend group.
This
like,
nigga was caught red-handed though with it.
Men are creepy as hell. If you have niggas around you, you're going to have some creeps around you. And when you find out that they're a creep, you have to get rid of them. How you moving forward after you find out that he's doing shit that's morally reprehensible is how we're gonna judge Kendrick.
No, but they had this guy essentially with the girl who he thought was 15, like a white girl. They had him sitting down interacting. Like they were trying to he was trying to finesse her a little bit. Like they had a whole, if you watch the stream, it's really kind of sick when you think about bro was really trying to have a date with this girl he's double her age.
It happens all the time. Like seeing it on camera is, I know it's probably jarring, but every woman has had at least one experience when you're obviously young and a grown man is trying to talk to you and flirt with you. So
I need Kendrick to come out and denounce this individual.
Kendrick doesn't come out and say anything about anything.
He needs to this time around.
I would be surprised if he did come out and say anything. We're probably just never gonna see this man pictured with Kendrick ever again.
I just think it's been so crazy how Akademiks has just been posting about this multiple times on his Act TV Twitter page, really trying to get bro out the paint with this. I think reason why Akademiks is trying to do this because this happened to him. Remember, he had a homeboy who was on camera at the Walmart touching on girls, and he had to let him. Remember, he cried about that. So that's why I just think it's so funny when Act tried to do this shit.
Yeah, same thing happened to Kai.
But his homeboy, that was different. Remember, we talked about that. He was dating a girl that was 2 years younger than him. That wasn't Kai just did that to placate. Kai wasn't on no real shit with that. He was doing that just because he already had the R word that happened at his house. So he wasn't trying to play no games. He was scared more than he was holding it down. But I just thought this was kind of crazy. I'm trying to find if I can find the clip because bro really went on. Here's them sitting together on the couch. Nigga playing with his hair. With a 15-year-old girl, you over here looking like you rattle, like you got butterflies in your stomach.
That's disgusting.
That's all I'm saying is, bro.
Not only are you creepy, you're a whack ass nigga.
He went on the whole soliloquy, try to do a monologue about where my life is, and
just because you're somewhere low in your life does not mean you try to have sex with underage children.
Hold on here.
First,
That's crazy. That's a crazy sentence that just came out of my mouth.
Maybe we should eat something first, do you think?
He trying to get right to the action with Shawty.
You think? Do you like pizza? Yeah. Oh, you do? Oh, okay, me too.
Hold on, 1 second. Yo, what was
They called him and they got him on the couch now.
You say you know me?
Yeah, bro. I know who you are, bro.
Oh, really?
You set motherfuckers up and catch and do this type of shit, bro.
Catch pedophiles, yes.
But wait, hold on. You said you know who I am and catch people. So when you were matching her and she said she's 15, that didn't hit your head? Oh, that's probably the fucking guy.
Bro, I don't fucking know. You feel me? It's all type of girls. I'm gonna tell you some real shit, bro.
He should have been like, yes. I knew it was you.
Shit, bro. I ain't got time for this weird ass shit, bro. But let me tell y'all something, bro. You see this weird shit that just happened, nigga? That's why you stay out the fucking way, nigga. You stay off these dating apps, nigga. You feel me? And you don't indulge in no type of shit, bro.
We're not playing games.
Stay out the way. Like, you knew she was 15.
Yo, I hate these type of niggas that try to grandstand at the point where they're being caught. Like, that's the part that irks me the most with that.
He's trying to teach niggas a lesson. That is not a lesson that needs to be taught.
And then, like, it's even kind of like, I don't know how much.
I hate you niggas so much, man.
And I don't want to say, like, again, they have more pictures of him with, he's been like 3 different photos with the guy. I don't know. Like, that could easily be a super fan or that could be your man's. Like, it's very,
or
it's
like
not
an
that hard.
acquaintance that like be around. So like, whatever, you know?
So, I mean, again, I don't want to put that on Cat. I know that's what Akademiks is trying to do, just to start a narrative or whatever.
Yeah, because we know where his bias lies.
Yeah, but at the same token, it's like, we can't act like you can say about the perverted stuff that Drake culture and all that stuff can create. The same thing happened in his culture. And that's the main thing I just always been saying about this whole thing is like, let's stop acting like Kendrick is above Drake in regards to.
He is.
No, I'm talking about in regards to him as a person.
He is.
No. See, that's the problem. Sick niggas, sick accomplices.
Kendrick is a better human being than Drake.
No, they
Let's
are the
move
same.
on.
They are the same. And that's,
Let's move on.
That's disgusting. You would even put that.
Kendrick is a better man, a better black, a better father,
A better black is sick.
a
yo.
better rapper,
Being
a better writer.
Being a better black is sick. as
Yes.
fuck. I don't think we thought about this
That's
transition
important.
too well. Because now we wanted to now we're supposed to talk about Regina Carter. Regina Carter.
Reginae. Oh yeah.
I don't know if that's a great transition from what we just talked about. She's grown though now. She
Yeah,
showed us.
okay, really quickly. So since we're on Drake really quickly. No, I can't find a smooth transition. I was trying to find something like Wayne to Reginae. Did you see really quickly? I saw what's his face? The crazy nigga
Which one? There's tons of them.
from That's So Raven.
Oh, Orlando.
Orlando, when he was like, what is Wayne gonna do at the fucking Super? And then he performed. And what did he do? Like, that's exactly how he sounded.
Yeah, I mean,
And Reginae was backstage
going crazy.
going crazy.
Well, I feel like he lost a bet or something because I just don't understand. And again, I don't have a problem with individual female agency. I have a problem when your dad is one of the greatest people that ever done what he's done in his life in regards to that career, and you literally show your behind. Like, that is what I just can't fathom or understand. Yo, you could do so much other things and make a good amount of money at it. But you choose to mirror, I guess you would say, his career in a way in regards to just being in entertainment.
It's crazy because her mom was never that girl.
Well, she did the reality show.
Yeah, but she wasn't showing her ass. Like, Reginae's mother
That was still a little taboo to do it like that.
she was never like a video vixen or anything like that. Like, she was a regular lady who
happened to be impregnated by one of the biggest rap superstars. Because that was the kind of the show.
Yeah.
When it came out.
She was just a
She was
regular.
out here in Atlanta, right? That's when the show was filmed at in Atlanta?
I don't know if it was filmed here or it was filmed here.
She was one of the first ones to actually do that, and it wasn't crazy. Like, she didn't make Wayne look bad on the show.
No, she didn't.
It was actually a really good
that's
show.
what I'm saying. Like, her mother has always generally looked like respectable. So I don't get where this is coming from. Not that like showing your ass is not respectable. That's a whole nother thing.
There's a degrees of there
are degrees,
to me,
yeah.
you know what my thing is. If once you turn your back around, you basically trying to be an escort to me. Once I can see your back and your butt, you escorting it up. And that's what she did.
Yeah.
Her and Mike Tyson both showed their ass.
It was both of them I didn't want to see.
It's just weird. Well,
I didn't want to see either.
it's just weird because like because Reginae's not that much older than younger than me. She's within my same age. She's probably like what?
She's probably a little bit younger.
She's probably
than
like 24
us.
now.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's not that much younger. It was just weird because when I watched her father, it was me trying to emulate being older. So it made me think of her even younger than me.
She's 25.
So yeah, she's that's game time. she's at the age of 25. That's putting out. Is she trying to get a husband? Like, is that what she was trying to do? Like, is that what the bat signal was for?
You know she was with that nigga who's in jail now.
Yeah, Lucci.
Yeah.
So no, I'm just trying to figure out like what is the game plan? Because wasn't she part of that OMG thing? So you think she probably got some of that money?
One of the OMG girls, probably.
So I'm trying to figure out what is the problem here. Like, you just got a
Money
bag.
is not the problem.
You just got a bag. do something else. Besides, pay for other girls to show their ass.
I'm looking at the pictures and the video now, and it's just like,
it's just crazy.
it's not even like artistically sexy. It's just like,
It's just she just showed. It's
like,
a display.
here's my fat ass.
It's just a display. That's all it is.
Listen, I be trying not to tell the girls with a fat ass how to behave because I ain't never had a fat ass, and I know I would probably behave in some unsavory ways if I did have a fat ass. So I'm gonna just throw my hands up. I'm gonna let you have it. I don't know. I'm gonna let the man speak, even though we don't ever want to hear men's opinions. Go ahead.
No, it just has to. We have to put it in context. Again, I wouldn't be upset if this was like a B tier rapper, nigga who had a one hit wonder. Like if this was like Joe Budden's daughter, like it wouldn't be like, okay, well, he don't have one, so I think I can say that. But if it was something like that going on, where it's like, okay, well, you know, your daddy wasn't the best rapper, you know what I'm saying? Like,
but your daddy was the best rapper.
Yeah, your dad was really good at what you did. You could have been middle of the row at a whole bunch of shit that didn't require you to show any ass.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing I'm like, because this stuff, again, it has
She's young.
effects.
She has to find her footing.
But it has effects because it has a greater deal of overall the community, because they look at that the same way too. They'll understand a girl from the train tracks trying to show her ass to get up, but you there. You got the privilege. You got the opportunity. That makes the culture look like, oh, this is what y'all are about.
Do you think that it's just for attention? Do you think that, because earlier
100%.
when Reginae was younger, like, people used to talk about her body a lot because she was a little bit more boxy and stuff like that. She wasn't as shapely as she is now. But she was younger. She was
Calling
like,
a bitch boxly is insane.
boxy. Like, her shape was not as shapely as it is now. She
was
wasn't
built like
as
a Mexican.
curvy. Oh my God. So, like, I feel like that might come into play with like her wanting to show off like her new body and stuff. I don't know if she's gotten work done. Probably
It ain't boxy no more.
it's probably a combination of work done, and she's just of that age now. Where
she called it. She called for the sandpaper. They rounded that shit out. It ain't boxy no more.
Okay.
So I'm just keeping it a bean. It ain't boxy.
I think it's a combination of that, the amount of attention that she's been getting her entire life, and the amount of attention she's used to and probably hungry for a little bit.
Yeah, OMG never popped, so I mean, I guess you can say that.
Yeah, so
She never really had a moment where people were focused on her, because even when she was with Lucci, they was just focused on that.
yeah, even when she was on
This
that,
nigga's close to your dad's age type shit.
she was on that reality show, the VH1, like,
The Impact one?
no.
Oh.
That's a new one. She was on like an older one with like Bow Wow and Angela Simmons and like the children of
I thought it was like Raised in Hip Hop or something
yes.
like that. I know that's not the name of it.
Even when she was on that, like, it didn't really pop off that much. So I don't know. Maybe she's chasing like some type of her own relevancy.
Do you think with her being 25, they've probably had a handcuff on what she could and couldn't do, and now it's just kind of like her overcorrection?
It doesn't seem like they've had a handcuff on it, because when she was with Lucci, her mom would regularly be like, I don't fucking like this shit. But she kept doing it anyway.
But she wasn't putting stuff online about it for real. Like, she was talking about him. She wasn't putting herself out, like her body. Like, I feel like there could be easier things to accept if you're not essentially looking like a prostitute.
She's been like dressing more scantily clad more often. It was just the combination of ass and titty in this particular post, because she had the like little X's on her nipples, and it was just, I think that shit is, you can be a whore and be aesthetically pleasing. That just wasn't, it was just whore and tacky. Like, you can be naked and it's still artistic and it's still visually captivating, but this was just not that. This was lazy. Like, it felt thrown together and everything, and it looked like a little like, oh, I'm 25 now. I don't know if she just turned 25 or this was like her birthday thing. I don't know. Yeah, she's probably about to be 26.
Take these gloves on me. No, I already do that. Deadass. Hold on.
What the fuck up, bitch? What's up? What the fuck? Yeah. What? Hold on.
Yeah, 'cause we try to wait till I motherfucking like my little ass hit they door.
So for the audio people, sorry, you don't really get to experience that, but I'm going to put that on the screen so they can see what we just saw.
Please do, because that was my first time watching that.
That is what I believe the issue is when we let our culture from what like the Regine shit bleed into when what we find this shit is acceptable. So if you're not familiar, and for our video audience out there, what you just saw was an episode of Baddies on Wheels. Okay,
which is apparently a new reality show. It's Baddies, but all the ladies are in wheelchairs.
And I know who you're thinking to blame. It's not them. Okay, this isn't Zeus TV.
We can still blame them though.
You can because
indirectly
they started the market.
Indirectly, they're still directly to blame.
They started this market, but to be fair, I had to do some research on these people because I'm sitting here like, who is creating this filth for my community? Mm-hmm. I need to know this. So I go and look, and I find Pressure TV. They got an app. I type in CEO, founder, anything. I don't see nothing. So my first thought, they're not black. Because if they was black, their pictures would be everywhere. I continue to do more searching. I go on the App Store. The App Store tells us that this was created by a So Serious Multimedia LLC. Mm-hmm. I do more Googles. I find out this location is in Maryland. So you know what else I do? I go to the business registration page and I type in that name. This company is not even active. They have forfeited this name. They don't own it at all. So you're telling me this company, and then I Googled the addresses. Very, very sketchy addresses.
We did a little like Google View, Street View.
We looked around the block. Mm-hmm. And when I'm coming here and I'm tell you this, man. There's no vocal front-facing CEO. It's in Maryland, very close to DC. Shit is CIA, dog. No, fucking lie. Bro, shit is the fucking CIA destroying our community, dog.
Not Nixon.
No, president. This is Trump's CIA, bro. Early. This is his first action. This is the crack in the community. Like right there. They really just doped it up right in front of us and then throwing it in our faces.
Zeus, this network, Ray J shit, all that shit is, yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, it's Pressure TV. Look it up. It's on your Apple. It's on your Apple store. I'm just telling you what it is. 7-day free trial if you want it. I didn't do it.
So you can watch women in wheelchairs rip each other's wigs off and beat them.
It's a disabled debacle.
Beat each other. Like, who wants to watch that?
Well, some people aren't ableist. They maybe enjoy seeing all groups of women do it.
Baddies too, like able-bodied women doing that. I don't want to watch.
I just think this is a poison for the community. And I think y'all need to do y'all research on this too. Because who owns this company? We need to figure it out. Because until then, it's CIA to me. Mm-hmm. They're poisoning our community with Baddies on Wheels, and I don't like it. I don't. I can't stand for it. I can't act like this is part of my culture. Like the women in the wheelchairs don't need to be punching each other and crawling on the ground fighting. How they gonna get up if security wasn't there?
I was about to say it's security. They have to have security there at all times.
Security is laughing. Fight scenes.
I would be laughing too.
Security is laughing at these people. These women don't deserve that.
They literally auditioned to be on here.
Oh, I'm not saying they did it. I'm just saying it's just.
What do you mean they don't deserve that? They knew exactly what they were signing up for.
Okay, you about to take us into another topic. If you want to get into that part.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Because we want to talk about folks being responsible for the platforms that they get on. We can talk about what was happening with Fresh and Fit. So you know we aren't fans of these gentlemen.
No,
in any capacity.
Would like great harm to fall upon these men.
But before we add our hate, I do have to commend them on a lot of stuff around this. They didn't do
one thing.
There's more than one thing because they're consistent. So for one thing, them being consistent makes the girl going on the show look even stupider by the way she responded. Mm-hmm. Female security. That's intelligent. That's a smart thing to do.
Because they speak ill of women all the time and directly to women's faces when they're guests on the show. So you have to have female security.
Female security is, I just didn't realize how good it could be in a situation like that.
Because she could whoop some ass.
Because now you can just do whatever you want. You can just talk your trash. And you don't have to worry about your security being pussy. Because that's the thing that you really got to worry about. Everybody's security don't treat you like Offset security and get you all hemmed up against the wall while your boy's taking shots. Most security, especially when it's a woman, they get fearful too because they know if they go too far, it's going to look nuts on camera, regardless of what they job is. So to have a woman and her not to be afraid, that was pretty smart on them. But to the woman who went up there, stop trying to ask for sympathy. Please stop. You are not a victim.
You went on Fresh and Fit podcast. Like, regardless of the amount of money or notoriety or whatever the fuck you thought you was going to get going on there, like, that was stupid as fuck. And then trying to garner sympathy from the public because of something bad that happened when you went to the place that inevitably something bad was going to happen. That's stupid as fuck.
Like, you knew exactly what kind of energy they was going to be on. You knew they was going to call you a nigger bitch. Like, that was the first time. As soon as you walked in, they knew you was going to call you that.
They say that?
To dark-skinned women, yes. They will call them nigger bitches, all bad wenches, all this stuff. Like, you went there because you have a kink to be insulted. You don't go there because you like these guys.
Yeah.
Especially when you are opposed to their views and the way they live their life.
And there's not even like, it's not even worth going on there to try to argue against or refute any of their like thoughts or their morals or whatever the fuck, their beliefs. Like, it's not worth it. You just let them be garbage and rot where they're rotting and then live your life. Like, there's no reason to try to go on that show.
Yeah, I just don't like the folks kind of trying to come to her aid or I don't even like the way that she went about it, because you've already taken the L once you've consented to go on this show. So then for you to flip out, get upset when they start calling you out your name, you just sound goofy. Like you trying to get pity from people when you know you went into the lion's den. We don't need to be sorry because you got scratched up by the lions when you went into the den. Mm-hmm. But shout out to the women who was fighting, man. Like, Shawty was real security. And she did it in the heels.
Why was security in heels?
Fresh and Fit got some weird rules, maybe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's get off this shit.
Well, no, we have one more. I have somebody else who's also falls into that too, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because Kai did a stream the other day. And to me, I understand what the lady was saying. And I'm about to play the clip I have here because I understand what she was saying. But in the same token, you kind of have to be mindful of how you express a feeling like that, because that definitely can be taken like it's his fault. And this wasn't his fault at all. Mm-hmm. But he's getting a massage. Kai.
How much for happy ending? Yo, Kai, she got a yacht finna make it clap.
I'm not doing this anymore.
Elon Musk here, just checking in.
Way too,
yeah.
This is intense.
Yeah, can we mute the TTS, please?
Does the massage feel good, Kai?
Can you mute that shit, please?
I'm a professional. I just can't. It's too much.
Yeah,
Did she not know where she was going and there were going to be like prepubescent boys in the chat saying things?
100% she knows who Kai Cenat is when you get asked to come to his stream.
And I was like, all right, this is not getting
Again, we just talked about Kai and how he is right now. Super on the like, we got to make sure everything is above board.
Yeah.
So you know this woman knew what she was coming to, what kind of show this was. And I just hate that because, again, y'all prove my adage. Children. Because y'all make a decision knowing full well what kind of the consequences could be. And then you sit back and get upset when said consequences are in front of your face. Mm-hmm. And that's not even bad. He didn't Deshaun Watson her.
No, he was literally just getting a massage. It was the people who were paying
him to do. Like, how do you think he paid you? It's from these people.
Like, these people pay for their comments to be like read out loud by the little bot thingy. So it's.
I'll even say this: even if you don't know what's going on per se, like you don't have a full grasp on who he is, when you see and there's a camera and you see that folks can comment, you kind of already know the situation can go left.
People don't be smart.
No, they do be smart. They do be dumb. That's what it is. You're right. They don't be smart. They dumb, and then they want to play victim once it comes out to their face. Mm-hmm. Because again, y'all feel entitled to outcomes. Like, I think that happens with a large swab of people. But in this regard, I just think it can be used to manipulate. I think that's the part that has to be concerned. Then folks get mad like, oh, why don't you highlight or promote particular women or more women? And it's like, well, because I got to have a border up around all y'all. Because I don't know, y'all going to infer that this is like violent against y'all or this is like assault against y'all when I'm not even in control of what's going on. But no, I just thought that was crazy how you kind of weave that in. That was supposed to be a little bit later on in the episode. But
things happen naturally.
Hey, man, that's what we do. That's what we do here.
What we got next?
We can get into this Trump cabinet. Y'all niggas is stupid what y'all voted for. Trump is doing exactly what y'all niggas voted for. I hope y'all are ready for this. I just feel like we need to go over a little bit of his cabinet. People who've been announced so far. None of these people I think have been sworn in just yet.
No.
But it just gets very disgusting. So let's just start with the whole Elon and Vivek. So they're the government efficiency. That's what they're going to be the secretaries of.
We've talked about that appointment on this show already and how crazy it is that Elon Musk is around anything that has to do with efficiency.
Mm-hmm. But no,
because he's not efficient whatsoever.
I think we just need to talk about Vivek as well, because Vivek has had some of the craziest statements that have come out about this. So this man, first off, just said we could easily cut off 75% of the workforce by using social security numbers. So if he says something stupid to the effect of, if your social security number starts with the odd number, you're fired. If it ends with an odd number, you're fired. And then if it ends in an odd number, you're fired. If it begins in an even number, you can stay. Like, he basically was making all of these just crazy rules based off your social security number just to cut off people. Then they even stated as well that they're going to try to force federal employees to come into office 5 days a week to try to basically force people to, quit, and so they can cut things. What y'all don't understand is the people who are going to be the most comfortable quitting are the most qualified, because they know they can go to other places.
Yeah.
The most qualified people are the ones who are going to want to be like, okay, if you're going to do this to me, I'll go to the private sector and still be able to work from home. And then the people who are going to stay are going to be the people who are not that good.
Are more desperate.
Like, the fact that they go into this mind frame of not respecting the federal workers as still workers already shows that they're going in with bad faith. So that's why I just think these two niggas are complete dumbasses for this position. Then we can get into Linda fucking McMahon. If you are familiar with that name, you should know why this is a problem. This is the wife of Vince McMahon.
Isn't there a bunch of allegations? Wasn't there just a Netflix documentary about
Yes,
him?
this nigga was trafficking women. Allegedly.
Allegedly.
But no, they have cases of them allegedly. Then I was reading something off to you the other day about they had some boys that got assaulted by the ring announcers. Mm-hmm. So the ring announcers were assaulting young boys. They knew what was going on. They said that she had may have been aware of it as well. And they still let the boys go back out there around them. They still kept the ring announcer, told them to relax, chill off the boys. So no, we're not talking about people who have good intentions for children. She has no history in education. She does, I think she can teach like Spanish or some little language. She's certified for 30 years ago or 40 years ago. No, actually 50 years ago. Which is like 70 years old.
That doesn't count anymore.
Nothing that she's done. All she's ever done was start shell companies essentially for the Republican Party the last few years. She got choke slammed by Kane on WWE. Her husband is the nastiest man in the world. What are y'all thinking here? And then it was crazy too, right? When I was doing some research on her and I was just using the Wikipedia to get started. Before her announcement became like official that they were going to put her name in, it said that her and Vince had been married since 1966. That's all it said. I came back the next day and I showed you this.
Yeah.
They changed it to separate 2024, and the article was from the day I was looking at it.
Yeah, they separated the day that he looked it up.
Like, literally, they added that day and then had an article from that day to validate they've been separated. This woman it's insane. And then it doesn't even stop there. It doesn't stop there. We got, who else? Do you want to add one or do you want to keep going?
No, you did all the research for everything. I have the list, but I don't know who you want to talk about.
Okay, let's just talk about who they got for Secretary of Defense now. Pete Hegseth. This nigga, granted, he is a decorated Army veteran. This nigga was on Fox News.
Oh yeah, he was a Fox News anchor
for like a few years. For a little bit of time.
How high ranking in the military was he?
He wasn't that high. It wasn't like he was decorated. That doesn't
make any sense. You need to have people who are qualified for the job doing the job.
None of these people are qualified. They're just Trump's do-boys. He got all of his cronies to come in here, and I'm gonna get into it just after.
He said, "Me and my niggas."
We're gonna get into that in just a moment. I want to break down who these niggas are before we.
He said, "If I ruled the world," like literally.
So let me tell y'all a little bit about good old Pete. Okay, so this is in the Washington Post. It's become increasingly evident that Hegseth's personal baggage could be a problem. It's not just that he, not just his having paid a woman who accused him of 2017 sexual assault and have her sign a non-disclosure agreement. It's also the aspect of a messy personal life that that must have Republicans and the Trump team wondering what's the next shoe to drop. So again, disgusting allegations on these men.
Even the Republicans have been like, this appointment is not happening. Point blank, period.
Yeah, a lot of these people don't want to go.
A lot of Trump's cabinet appointments are not being received well by either party because of their lack of qualifications and just the amount of controversy around them. Trump has been saying that he is going to basically do recess appointments when Congress is in recess or the Senate is in recess. He's just gonna fucking push these people into their positions. Mm-hmm. And then they're doing this thing where like one person is gonna come and just gavel in, gavel out, so that it's still technically in process and they're not in recess, so that Trump can't do this. But everything is insane. The fact that Trump can, it needs to be, there need to be more guidelines in place. You can't just push people in during a recess because they wouldn't be voted in. Like, it has to be because of a specific reason. It has to be an emergency. It has to be because this appointment needs to be made immediately.
And then we can get into his attorney general selection, Matt Gaetz. Again, disgusting allegations to the point where they're trying now to snuff people from even talking about it because it was like a stalemate on releasing the documents in regards to what he was accused of. So the lawyers of the women have said he's paid women for sex, and he also slept with a 17-year-old crossing state lines. Sex trafficking all around. So again, these men are disgusting individuals. Crazy allegations, and what he's trying to do is he's trying to see how far they're going to let him go. He's even putting people who have talked down about him. J.D. Vance said he was Hitler. You know what I'm saying? We got Tulsi Gabbard right here. Let me see. I got a clip from her right here.
He's essentially pimping out our men and women in uniform to a foreign power who's the highest bidder and saying very blatantly and very directly, well, hey, look, they're paying us for them. He is unfit to be our commander-in-chief, and what he is doing is dishonoring the service and the sacrifice that every single one of these service members is doing for our country, and the service and sacrifice that their loved ones and their family members.
So she's talking about Trump right there in 2019. Mind you, she's now the Secretary of National Intelligence. She also has, let me show you right here from this article with the Washington Post. She also has ties with foreign leaders that we aren't cool with. One being Vladimir Putin.
Yeah, I heard about that.
One that we
close ties with Russia.
Yeah, very close ties with Russia. Very close ties with the Syrian president, where she had met with him in 2017. So again, this woman, that would sound like it may be a good thing, but clearly right here, where she's switching her whole take on somebody. With only, what, a few years? That was 2019, so what, 4 or 5 years?
Shaky moral character. We don't want that.
We wonder what you'll switch on now.
Yeah.
So again, these people, even Dr. Oz, yo. This nigga put Dr. Oz ahead of Medicaid.
That is actually comical. He was like, who's the doctor that I know? He couldn't put his doctor on there. So he was like, I'm gonna do the Oprah nigga.
Well, that's Dr. Phil.
No,
Oprah nigga.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Oz.
I thought Dr. Oz was from Oprah's.
No. Well, he might be.
World too.
I think so. I think he might be adjacent to.
I think he used to be on Oprah before he.
Dr. Phil mad that he didn't get no position. Dr. Phil upset.
Is he? Did he come out and say something?
Mm-hmm. He was saying that he was upset about that because the only reason he joined was, I read an article somewhere that was saying the reason why he joined Trump was because the Democrats didn't reach out to him. So he only joined with them because he didn't get no
you
love
should
on
join whoever you join because they align with your political views, not anything else. But we know these motherfuckers.
And then RFK. So let's just say
that's
this
what
nigga,
I wanted to talk about next.
This nigga right here, they didn't got him the Secretary of Health and Human Services or whatever. This nigga talk about all this shit about processed foods. First fucking picture with him and Elon and Trump. Nigga got a plate full of McDonald's.
Obviously, he also doesn't stand on anything because he ran on this extremely like liberal platform, and now he's on Trump's team.
Yeah, talking about you want to change the high fructose the sugar, and you want them to use a different seed oil and shit. Nigga, they not using it now, so why are you eating the food? And then little Donnie Jr. will make America healthy tomorrow. Yeah, I'm sure it's always going to be tomorrow when y'all niggas going to do this. What y'all got to understand is this. This is what Trump is doing. He's trying to get as much power and pull that he can, help his cronies and oligarchs be able to rip our country to pieces. Not just our country, but the planet's resources. Because this is where we're at. This is what late stage capitalism looks like. I don't think people understand that, but this is what it looks like. An oligarch that has used his power and persona to get into power and then help his unqualified cronies get around and destroy every resource they can. These motherfuckers keep telling you, oh, we want to give Americans choice. You stupid idiots. When they say they want to give you choice, that means they want to destroy safety nets and make you pay for them. Are you that dumb? Like, I cannot understand why y'all people fall for these types. He hasn't put a fucking single black person in his cabinet, but you niggas was ready for, Trump love him some niggas. Where the niggas at?
Where they at?
Where the niggas at? No niggas in nothing.
Don't see one nigga.
Not their nigga. Vivek is bleaching his face, so he don't even look Indian anymore. So I'm just trying to understand here, when you stupid pricks who voted for him, what did you expect? Because this don't seem like we going in the right direction. And again, I'm not happy Biden did this, but Biden really just laid this nigga an egg and said, hey, get yourself out of this. I just gave these niggas missiles and said, let's go. I'm giving them all the aid before I can leave. See, you get yourself out of this one. It's fucked up, but that's some petty shit to do.
He want to give them niggas missiles too.
I mean, Trump is gonna get the niggas missiles too. Like, I don't know why y'all try to act like
them niggas gonna get missiles regardless.
Niggas,
so I don't know.
Trump gonna spend shit as well. He gonna give shit to niggas as well. He want niggas to blow shit up. He might get the shit to Putin. That's very real possibility.
Make a lot of the American economy is extremely stimulated by conflict.
I mean, that's what fucking Eisenhower tried to warn us about years ago. The military-industrial complex. The only president has ever said it out loud. Where we have a whole bunch of money that's people have seen where, if I put money here, I get it back tenfold because of the resources we get in control of, the leadership that we have control of. So I mean, why wouldn't you do that? Mm-hmm. It's just crazy that I just don't people see that or understand what they're watching right in their face, man. Please go watch Idiocracy. It's a movie that came out in 2006. They did not want you to see. That is one of the movies that the corporations did not want you to see. Go see that movie and then they look at the world now and be like, damn, they tried to tell us. Right, the one time they tried to tell us in 2006. Probably the last time you could tell us. Mm-hmm. And people would listen. And they snuffed the fuck out of that movie. But it's infuriating, man. People really think that he's coming in and giving folks opportunity when all he's going to do is take everything that we have understood the world to be so far in the last decade and since the civil rights movement and all of the shit since FDR. I feel like he's going to go back and destroy all of those social systems. They're not going to cut the military. They're talking about it online because they know you stupid people will believe it, but they're not. That's where all their money comes from. They're not cutting the military. They're not cutting anything important. They're just going to cut Social Security. They're going to cut Medicare. They're going to cut everything in there that helps normal everyday people live a decent life. So thank you for these stupid fucks. You could have picked anybody else. You didn't have to pick Kamala.
It's the fucking Hispanics and the white women. Fuck y'all. Let's move on.
Oh shit, mass deportation gonna start day one. So be ready for that too. Because they said they use it. What do y'all think? And this is my last rant before we can go on to something else. What do y'all think mass deportation is gonna look like? Even if you're not an immigrant. Ask that question. What do you think it's gonna look like? Because I can give you an example. I went to Texas near the border one time, and on my way back, coming back, had me and my kid with me, they come on the bus and ask everybody for identification. We haven't committed a crime. The only thing we've done is just leave close to the border of Texas. Mm-hmm. So we all get checked. He came out, made me pull out my ID, looked at my kid and gave him unsavory looks and shit like that, like we were some fucking border jumpers. And again, if y'all don't think that shit's going to be everywhere, if they really are serious about this shit, what do you think they're going to use to get into your house? You don't even have to be doing anything wrong. Or you could be doing something wrong and it's still not being an immigrant, and now they're in your house because we a suspected immigrant was here. We suspect an immigrant, you're hoarding immigrants, or immigrants have been staying over here.
Mm-hmm.
Illegal immigrants. We need to check over the home. Now, if they have these documentations and stuff to get into your house federally, they're going to come with state police. So if they see something illegal in the state, what do you think's going to happen?
Your ass is going to jail.
It's going to be fucking martial law. That's exactly what he's turning up. Y'all just think it's going to be for the immigrants. No, nigga. It's going to be for whatever they need to find to justify what they're doing.
There was in Florida when all of the deportations, was it Florida? No, it was Texas. When all of the deportations happened and the farms like completely they suffered a lot because they had a lot of undocumented workers. And then the owners of the farms were coming on the news and coming on social media saying that like, we can't get anybody to do these jobs. There are white people applying to do these jobs and then they quit after 2-3 days.
Say the truth. Them crackers couldn't hack it.
Yeah, because the work is too grueling. It's long hours in the sun. They work slower. They're weaker. They don't want to do this shit. And then they quit because they know that they can go get a better job.
Again, y'all fools don't understand.
We also need to pay the undocumented workers more money because obviously these are jobs that nobody else wants to do. But that's
and we should be giving them a pathway to citizenship, or at least being documented, turning them from undocumented people to documented. To me, that's only thing. My only criticism.
The scariest thing to me is the denaturalization process. Like the thought that somebody who did do it correctly and
or was born here
and got all of their papers and stuff like that could have that stripped away from them. That's like the scariest thing to me.
And you know who they're going to pick, the people who to do it. It's not going to be the white.
No, it's immigrants. Definitely going to be brown people. It's going to be Haitian people are definitely going to be targeted. Biden's program that brought all of the Venezuelan and Haitian people here in the past like 2 years, like all of the Bidens they're going home. Unfortunately,
if they can even let them do that.
These are people who Biden put a program in so they could specifically get in because they had family here.
Yeah.
So like these are people who aren't citizens yet. They haven't fully gone through the naturalization process. Maybe the early ones have already finished, but a lot of them are like they're here legally, but they're not citizens yet. So it's going to be a lot of turmoil, and I hope this doesn't actually happen. I hope that there's too much red tape and it's too difficult for mass deportations to happen. Just like the wall was like a great idea that everyone loved, but like in actual reality, it was too complicated for one president in one term to carry out. And I hope the same thing happens with this mass deportation shit.
Yeah. I mean, that's all we can hope for. But it's interesting.
It's too much work for Trump and he just forgets about it.
That's probably more likely that'll happen.
Yeah, like maybe I hope that's what happens.
He just get caught on the golf course too long and we supposed to sign
I
that?
hope that he just forgets what he said he was gonna do. I feel like that's a good bet. I could bet on that.
Just fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it.
I didn't even mean it.
They can stay. I'm not mad at them anymore.
They voted for me anyways.
They can stay. Keep them here. Good people. Good people on both sides. All right, so let's get into this Oklahoma State decision they made. I just think y'all need to hear this because as an atheist, I know generally y'all gonna think, oh, this nigga hate Jesus.
Because you do.
Jesus hating ass nigga. And I think Jesus is fly. I hate Christians. I think Jesus is a fly ass nigga. A lot of y'all niggas probably should act like him more. Probably read his book for real and stop just using it to judge people. That'd probably be dope. But here is the Superintendent Ryan regarding Oklahoma. And I also want to say Oklahoma is ranked 49th in states in regards to their education performance. They also all voted for Trump in all of their counties. So do with that information what you will.
That's something that is common though. Like a lot of the places that overwhelmingly voted for Trump are overwhelmingly fucking stupid. Y'all are stupid as
a lot
fuck.
of places that just like think that if you pray intelligence to people that it'll come to them.
That's not how that works. You have to read
I'm
books.
excited to announce today that Oklahoma is the first state to bring the Bible back to the classroom. Today we purchased over 500 Bibles that will be in the AP government classrooms across the state. Bible just like this.
That's like 30 grand.
We have the Bible, the Constitution, the Declaration of Independence, the Bill of Rights. These are foundational documents in our nation's history. Our kids have to understand the role the Bible played in influencing American history. It's very clear that the radical left has driven the Bible out of the classroom, which leads to a lack of understanding of American history. We will not stop until we brought the Bible back to every classroom in the state.
Do you teach what your state used to be, nigga? The place where y'all deported the natives? Do y'all remember that?
That were here before we
Yeah,
were?
y'all know that? You remember that? Y'all teach that in y'all schools? Jesus Christ. And then it comes to find out he purchased those books from Trump. These were Trump Bibles.
Trump Bible is crazy. What does that even mean?
Let's just do the fucking math. It means Trump put his name next to Christ. Like, you know his dad's middle name is Christ, right? You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, his name is Frederick Christ Trump.
Frederick is crazy.
That's it's a good name to select, you know, if you go when in doubt, you know, pick Frederick. So let's say he purchased 500 Bibles, right? Times $60 a Bible. 30 grand of taxpayer money for a Bible.
Now let's see how much a Bible generally is. I'm just about to type in Bible to Google.
We're just going to look up to see the average of a price.
$11.99.
That's an expensive Bible too.
$13.10. So at Target, you can get a pink Bible for $11. $11, $12 is the general like Amazon like kind of more decorated Bible price.
And you paying for the blasphemy, because if you just get you a regular joint, you can probably get about $5. $5 for a regular Bible.
Yeah, that's if you want one that's like decorated and stuff, you know.
So you
can go to Dollar Tree and get a Bible for $2.
So not only did he funnel money to the president so he could brown nose, he also got y'all the worst type of. He tried to justify, say it's the Bill of Rights and the Declaration of Independence. My nigga, I promise you, Dollar Store got all those for $1.
They do.
They got the little hand
you
pamphlets.
Got them for way cheaper.
Bro, they give them to them at the park. They give you the little pamphlets with the Declaration of Independence. That's like a normal thing that happens. You can just go to your local park. Niggas are passing out your rights.
Also, the computers that you have in the school probably also can access that information. That is what the computers are for, and that's why they're in the schools, so the children can access information. So,
nigga, you could have bought the kids smartphones if you want them to have information.
You could have just had them download the Bible app on the phones that they all definitely have.
Or you could have bought smartphones that were a lot cheaper than them Bibles. You're going to take 30 grand. Could have spent on a whole bunch of smartphones, put the Bible and the Declaration of Independence right on the phone.
Could have got an iPad for each class.
And it's just to see the justification, because he was on a little press run of justifying it. And I think the biggest problem I have is that phrase that he said at the end, the left, and how radical the left is. Mm-hmm. The only reason they say the left is radical is because of identity politics. It's the only reason. So I don't know if y'all seen what just happened with Disney. Disney, apparently one of the writers of the show called Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur, it's a Marvel show. They said that they canceled the next upcoming season and also stopped one of the episodes that was supposed to come out because of the new leadership that's coming in. Essentially saying that these corporations that, you know, they talk about being allies and being on your side, they only are when they think you're going to make them money. So you maybe should keep that in mind when y'all try to support these people. But what they did was the episode basically was about trans girl competing in a volleyball game, elementary school game. The other coach traps them inside of the locker room and forces them to play this game where they end up learning that the only way for them to win was to play the game their way. So their response was, hey, we're just going to tear the system down, break the system, and, you know, do it our way. And they end up winning at the end of the episode or whatever. And a lot of people got so upset about it. And I just hate the conversation because it allows people ignorance and hate to thrive. I don't want to say get rid of the identity politics all through and through, because I do think they're important. I just think that when they become the focus of the left or your Democratic Party, if you want to add them into this, they become an easy target for the dumb people around the world who just hate because they don't know no better. They just use hate as a way to feel better about themselves. They use that and justify voting for niggas who don't have their interests at all because, oh, we hate the same person. You hate the queers, or I'll hate you. Well, cool. You got my vote.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing else about you shows that you with me.
No critical
But you hate the queers and you against the weird shit, even though nobody's experiencing this weird shit.
Nobody's actually experiencing.
It's the 1% of the 1%.
When have you walked into a bathroom and there's been a trans person in there?
And honestly,
I know mad trans people. I've never seen a trans person in a bathroom.
Or even if you did, what would be enough for you to recognize it? Like, again, when you see those other people who have those crazy experiences and they go all over the internet, they're, oh, look at all these. That's not happening. Like, the fact that the trans conversation comes up in female sports, one thing, get your pussy up if you want to compete. You should be able to compete whoever on the court or the floor with you, for one thing. Get your pussy up. But secondly,
in the sports thing, I think that's different, though, because
it's not even happening. That's my point. It's not even happening.
Yeah, but like
we don't have these.
I know why people are afraid of it, but like there aren't a bunch of like trans women. Like you don't see it.
You don't see
in
a
the
nigga.
WNBA. You don't see it on the tennis courts. You don't see it.
You don't see
volleyball
you don't see it in
courts.
your own local area. You don't see the nigga who's 6'7" that suck against the dude say, "Oh, now I'm a girl. Let me go play with the girls now." Nobody's doing this. It's just fear mongering.
But I do in that specific thing, I do think that like because of how complicated it is, like biologically, it wouldn't be terrible for trans people to just have their
change it. Instead of saying girl sports, just call it female sports then. Call it male sports instead of calling it boy sports or male or man sports.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. To me, I don't care so much about it. One, it's just sports. And two, nobody's really trying to do this whole conundrum. Like all it is just homophobia. Like it really is just hating of trans people, transphobia. Like that's all it really is, because you're turning something that is not even happening and you're making it the big focal point. Like that's a large reason why Kamala lost, is because of that commercial.
What commercial?
The one where it's talking about her transgender surgeries and all that other stuff.
Oh, the transgender surgeries for prisoners.
We were talking about, because remember how I brought up the conversation about how, remember when I was telling you we were talking with my friends, we were talking about getting rid of the Black history, and as long as they took the gay shit out. So I'm talking about it with somebody else on the phone, and they bring up this 1% of 1%. How do you feel about if a trans person went to jail and they wanted to go to surgery? And I'm like, why do you think that's important? Why do you even think you should even use any brain power on this conversation on that particular individual?
There's so many other things that you should be using your brain power worrying about, and y'all not worried about that shit, and y'all just worried about gay people because y'all secretly like dick. That's your problem. Like if you wouldn't wake up, have children of your fucking own to worry about, they're taking away your kids don't even have textbooks in the fucking schools. And you worried about what's going on with trans people in the fucking bathrooms, you dumb fuck.
Wake it up.
Your children, literally, the world is burning. There's not going to be an atmosphere left for your kids to breathe oxygen, your grandchildren to breathe oxygen, but you worried about fucking the sexual rights in schools and shit like that. You're dense and you're stupid. And the divisive shit that they use to try to distract us works on you because your brain power is less than. You don't have any critical thinking skills whatsoever. And then every time somebody's like, look at this shiny thing, you're like, fucking, I respect you niggas so much less.
And that's why, and again, at the end of the day, that is why it's important, at least from people on our side of things, when we talk about being on leftists and things of that nature and having more leftist agendas. We need to make sure that doesn't become the focus anymore, because it allows people to just devalue everything else that we're talking about that benefits them. Because that's the crazy part. When we're on the left talking about these things, the stuff we tell y'all benefits them, but because y'all see us recognize people that y'all think that shouldn't be recognized, it's just a problem. And again, to me, I feel like if we made the world a better place generally for people, at least in America, we wouldn't care about what other people were doing. If y'all, to me, I truly believe that. But again, y'all would just still show y'all hate. The hate would still be there. Mm-hmm. But I don't believe people would necessarily care in the way that they do, because they'll say my life is doing X, Y, and Z, but y'all want to help these people out. When the real token should be, we all are here. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, we're all here and we all should be a part of this. So that's the main thing. But I was attacked on Spaces. This wildebeest tried to come at me, man, verbally. And she insulted you. I don't care what she said about me.
The crazy thing is, I don't be in these spaces and I don't even know the bitch's name. Bitch, I don't know you. Like, I went on your Twitter There was one fucking picture of you. You're built like a fucking F-150. That's all I'm going to say about what you look like. Let's get into it a little bit, right? I just think that bringing me up when you're in a argument with my husband and talking about what I look like is whack as fuck. You're like down to your core a whack ass bitch. You're weird. You're weird as fuck. You've never met me. You've never had a conversation with me. You've consumed my content. You're obviously a fan because you know what I look like on a regular basis. That you're obviously a fan. Thank you for the views, bitch. Whatever your fucking name is. Right? Like being in an argument with my husband, not knowing who I am at all, never having a conversation with me, and then bringing up my natural hair. Bitch, where is your hair? When I pick out my fro, I like it, which is why I wear it on camera. I know you can't relate to liking what you look like because that's hard for you. I can tell. Like bitches is so weird.
Yeah. And they had the nerve to call me weird. And it was crazy too, because you know what was funny? I wasn't even talking about her. When I was referencing something, I was talking about another joke.
She had that shit heavy on her heart because she was just mad.
Yeah, she was upset.
You're a very, very big fan. And then you had very complex feelings towards whatever the fuck is going on here, which is why you needed to bring it up, which is why you needed to bring me up, someone you've never met or I've never said a fucking word to you.
I think there's a few reasons why she had beef with me. One was like the J1 situation. There was another time she was in a space and she tried to accuse like a dude that she was talking to of like financial abuse. And we kind of broke it down. Well, I was the leader of the charge of breaking it down. And then we came back to, no, you just weren't worth the money he was spending on you to continue to do so. She didn't like that.
He's eaten you up multiple times before, which is why you felt like you needed to take low ass blows at somebody you didn't even fucking know. Your character, I can tell, is shaky. I can tell none of the bitches who are around you fucking like you because you're weird as fuck. You throw stones and then hide your hands because not only did you come for me on fucking Twitter spaces, you weird ass bitch. I scroll through your Twitter. It's just Twitter space after Twitter space. I be outside touching grass for real. So I wasn't in there to defend myself, which is another one of my problems. You coming at somebody who isn't on that platform to defend themselves. Whack. Weird. Phony. Lame. Right? And then what else did she say?
When she just talked about your hair, your nails. She said, I don't do a good
bitch, because my nails aren't long and ghetto as fuck on a regular basis. You think they're not done? I can tell that your taste level is much, 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 much lower than mine, which is why I didn't even want to address what the fuck you look like because that's low hanging fruit and that would be too easy. Because that would be the easy part. The easy part would be talking about what you look like, F-150. But I'm coming at your character instead because that's the concerning part. The concerning part is why you act like this. Where are your parents?
Wake it up.
What were you raised like? Your friends, I'm honestly, like truly, I genuinely think that the bitches who are around you don't fucking like you. There's no way they can. All of your friendships are fake. People don't like you for real.
And then what I'll say is, I won't be disrespected by someone that's going to mature into Big Mama from Soul Food, all right? Whole time you was yelling at me, I wanted to be like, Big Mama, your arm. Your arm, get it. So please don't do that. Leave us alone. Because, again, you want to be on Buddy's, little flock of angels, cool.
She want to be on this couch so bad. Like,
hating on the handmade fireplace right here. Hating.
A hand-laid stone fireplace, and you want to talk about bitch.
It look old.
Your entire existence is tacky. That's why, like, when people like you critique anything that I like, your opinion is not valid because you're less than. You're less than of a human. You're not as good as me. Period. You're not as smart as me. Your taste isn't as good as mine. And that's pretty much it.
You've actually given her too much time. Honestly.
That was 5 whole minutes, and that was 4 minutes too much.
Yeah, it was too much time wasted, honestly. And again, we don't even need to say your name because
bitch, important. I don't know your name. I don't know your name, but you know mine. So continue being a fan. Dumb bitch. Let's sign out because I have a flight to catch. And you can stay on Twitter Spaces talking about also the whole stan culture. You being a fan page, bitch. You're mentally ill. You're mentally ill. Dumb hoe, dumb whore. Like that shit is so weird.
Fake ass barbs, man. Disgusting, man.
Nigga wouldn't spit on you if you was on fucking fire, bitch. You don't know you exist. You're weird as fuck.
Probably wouldn't even pee on you. So, but that is what it is, man. Twitter Spaces does that to us, man. It brings out the worst in people. That's all. It is what it is. All right, so let's wrap up here. I think it was a good. So fiery. I love when you just got that little je ne sais quoi that you bring. Oh my goodness. All right, so life is a labor of love. So let's keep building these moments together. And remember, your job is not your family. And the only thing you should be exploiting is these corporations. You F-150s and water buffaloes, you stay out of our mentions. You stay referring to my queen. She has clothes that you couldn't even fit your pinkies through.
I'm too pretty and skinny for you to even address. Leave
honestly.
me alone.
Heavy setters.
And thank you guys in the spaces for being like, bitch, the fuck, she's not ugly. Because obviously not.
Wake it up.
Generally just not unattractive.
Never
you have eyes.
Never been that. Sorry for the short show, but we are getting out of here. Tell them what they need to do, baby.
You didn't do your thing.
I just read it.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. I didn't hear anything. Follow us on all of the social media at tug.fnf.tv on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Leave a like, comment, subscribe on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Bye. I'm 27, by the way. I'm turning 27 in a couple days.
I'm glad that's at the end of the show.